Well, I've come out to the west of the island for an event on this weekend, centred around Peel, but we're in Kirkmichael, and it includes that with me, with Kathryn. And this is your work. People have a chance to see this as a whole weekend experience around this area.
Yes, that's right. This weekend is the Western Open Studio Art Trail. It's the third year. It's abbreviated to WhatsApp. I'm sure people have seen lots of signs around the island recently. So it's over the 3-day weekend, mainly based in Peel. Lots of exhibitions and demonstrations and events happening there. And there's also 8 artist studios open for the whole weekend. Some in Peel, and then up in here in Kirkmichael, St John's and Dalby.
Well, I say we're right next to Bishop's Court. You can't miss it. It's right next door. And this is your work. Tell us about it and the inspiration behind it. There you go. Trailer. I love it.
Yeah, I grew up over here, but I moved to Australia for 5 years and trained there. But a lot of my work is inspired by the Isle of Man. It's inspired by a very happy childhood here. Everything is wheel thrown and hand painted. And it's I use stoneware clay, so it's very durable. So it's food safe and drink safe, and you can throw it in the dishwasher, the microwave. So it's very durable for daily life.
Becoming a potter in the Isle of Man, I mean, that isn't a regular thing. I mean, was it an easy thing to set up?
Surprisingly, yes. I had a part-time studio practice in Australia for about 3 years, returned to the island March 2013, and enrolled on the small business startup course, which was immensely helpful. They take you through all the basics of setting up a business on the island, and they provide funding for equipment, which is how I purchased a brand new wheel and kiln.
I've heard a lot of good things about that, and you get mentoring as well, don't you?
Yes, that's correct. You get 18 months mentorship, which is possibly more valuable than the grant money, I think, because it means you've got someone to check in with every quarter, and you can set goals and look back at the last 3 months and see how you're progressing.
I mean, the kiln there looks like the state-of-the-art, latest device.
Yes.
Straight out of Doctor Who almost. But...
Yes, it is a little bit space age. That was part of my funding from last year. And this is the first kiln I've ever owned. I've had potter's wheels before, but this is the first time. It's quite a luxury, especially to have it in the same space that I work in. I'm very grateful to the business course for that.
So what do you do? I mean, we see a lot of the mugs, that sort of thing. I mean, do you do all sorts of items?
I'm trying to constantly expand the range because I've only been throwing for about 5 years. I'm still relatively new at it.
Really?
Well, the really, really good potters, they've been going for 30 or 40 years. So I'm a newbie, really. So I do the basics. I do mugs, cups, bowls and plates, little pourers, this kind of thing, little cute things. Hopefully when I'm a proper grown-up potter, I'll be able to make teapots and big serving bowls. That's the goal. That's the career goal.
And on this open weekend, is there more pressure on you when you've got people watching you, I suppose? Have you
Yes, yeah. It's rare that people are actually watching me work, but I'm quite excited to see what that interaction will be like. So when people are here, I'll be very happy to do both throwing and painting demonstrations for them.
Okay, so over this long weekend, the bank holiday, from what times?
So all 3 days, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m.
And if you want more information, is there somewhere we can get hold of you?
Yes. Well, the best place to go for the event is the Creative Network website. They're the organisers of the event, so that's creativenetwork.im.
I know people will need the following if they want to take part in this. There's an entrance badge and all the details about the events, yes?
That's right. The entrance fee for the whole weekend is just £2, so you get this little sticker for the weekend that will give you entrance to all 18 venues that are involved in the event over all 3 days, and under 16s will go free. There's also this really great colour printed catalogue, which is the trail guide, and that has great maps in there and lots of information on all the artists, and it's a really lovely souvenir of the weekend.